Welcome to PMP Exam Practice. If you are new here, we highly recommend watching the quick intro video on how to study for scenario-based questions from these videos with the help of Excel sheets and YouTube timestamps, plus some quick easy tips before your exam day. Link in the description. The time limit given is about 1 minute for each answer. If you are new to this video, we recommend that you keep it playing and listen to each explanation to fully understand the scenario and the appropriate choice. If this is a review, then mute the sound, use the timestamp to navigate between the questions, and train yourself to read and answer each question in 1 minute. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for new exam updated questions. Good luck! A project has a senior stakeholder whose input is important and who needs to be kept informed about the project's status. Rather than receive updates from the project manager, this stakeholder prefers to contact a team member directly. The stakeholder has a connection with these team members that are unrelated to the project and thinks that this is a way to obtain information on the project's true status. What should the project manager do? A. Tell the team member not to accept calls from the stakeholder, because these calls have an adverse effect on the team member's productivity. B. Ask the stakeholder how the additional information that they feel is missing from current communications may be provided. C. Keep the team member properly informed about project status so that the stakeholder receives the same information from both sources. D. Leave the connection in place, since the information coming via the team member is unofficial and will not create problems. The answer is B. It's bad practice that the stakeholder communicates with these team members that are unrelated to the project because they will not provide with the true status of the project. The project manager should be proactive and ask the stakeholder how the extra information that they feel is missing from current communications may be provided. A project manager is in charge of managing a large construction project of $4 billion. Various teams from different countries are involved in this project, and the teams need to work cohesively and seamlessly for the success of the project. The task of one team member is highly dependent on that of other team members. Which of the following is important for the overall success of project integration? A. Adherence to professional code of conduct. B. Change management. C. Communications management plan. D. Detailed definition of the work packages. The answer is C. The communication management plan is necessary for the success of project integration. As part of a joint venture, a project manager working with another company needs to share some confidential information related to intellectual property rights. She wants to know the person responsible for authorizing the release of this confidential information. Which project document should she refer? A. Stakeholder management plan. B. Project charter. C. Project communication management plan. D. Organizational breakdown structure. The answer is C. A project communication management plan captures the specifics of the person responsible for authorizing the release of the confidential information on the project. You are busy with an important milestone, and after that, you have to deliver a deliverable to the client. Since the client is known for his difficult behavior, management is worried whether the client will accept the deliverable. Therefore, they tell you to check the product acceptance criteria again before calling the client. What document will you look at to get this information? A. Project Scope Statement. B. WBS Dictionary. C. WBS. D. Control Chart. The answer is A. In the project scope statement, you can view the product acceptance criteria. The customer has signed a contract with your organization to develop a product upgrade for them as their current product is not helping their operations due to changes in the business environment. You schedule a meeting and realize that they are not able to articulate their revised requirements clearly. What approach will you, therefore, use to gather the requirements? A. Context diagram. B. Facilitation workshop. C. Interviews. D. Observation or job shadowing. The answer is D. When stakeholders are not able to articulate their requirements, then interviews, workshops, and context diagram creation will not work. Job shadowing or observing them at work will be a preferable approach. You have just been assigned as project manager for a large manufacturing project. You want to understand the process for preparing a project scope statement and how formal acceptance of the completed project deliverables will be obtained. Which of the following will you have to reference? A. The Quality Management Plan. B. The Stakeholder Management Plan. C. The Scope Management Plan. D. The Requirements Management Plan. The correct answer is C. The Scope Management Plan is a component of the project management plan that contains information and guidance on how the scope and the scope-related processes are to be managed. What is included varies, but should contain procedures and processes specifying how the official acceptance of the completed project deliverables will be obtained. Acceptance of project deliverables is affected by other project management plans, such as the Stakeholder Management Plan and the Quality Management Plan. Nevertheless, the scope management plan is what specifies the process most directly. You are managing a project which will provide e-learning solutions to your customer. The requirements of this project are not clearly defined in the beginning, and there will be modifications based on customer feedback as the project evolves. You plan as much as you can and work based on that. You continue the planning as you learn more about the project. Which techniques will be most helpful to define activities on the project? A. WBS. B. Templates. C. Rolling wave planning. D. Scope management. The answer is C. Rolling wave planning is a shape of progressive elaboration where work to be masterful in the near term is planned in detail and future work is planned at a higher level of the WBS. Therefore, work can occur at various levels of detail, depending on where it is in the project life cycle. As more information is known about upcoming events, the near-term higher-level work packages can be decomposed further. You are a project manager in a software development project. The developers and the quality control team have a poor relationship, so the developers are resisting the tests. The product cannot be delivered until it has been tested and passed by quality control. As a project manager, what should you do? A. Outsourcing the quality management activities. B. Immediately meet with the developers and quality control team to ensure that the quality standards are met. C. Update the quality management plan. D. Evaluate the impact and inform the customer. The answer is B. An extremely serious question for PMP Real exam. The project manager should be proactive and manage the conflict among the quality control department and the developers. So, the project manager should meet with the developers and quality control team to guarantee that the quality standards are met. You are assigned as a project manager to a project in the execution stage. The current schedule and performance indices for the project, SPI and CPI, are 1.12 and 1.15, and project performance is well within the baseline. The defects found during internal testing for the last deliverable were well below the organization's limits. However, the customer doesn't seem to be happy with the project progress. What should be the first thing the project manager should do? A. Start managing project as you gain more insight into day-to-day responsibilities. B. Improve project schedule and cost control measure so that SPI and CPI reaches above 1.5. C. Conduct a meeting with the customer to understand his concern over project progress. D. Meet with the project team to understand open issues in the project. The answer is C. The most important thing for the project manager who is taking over the project midway is to comprehend why the customer is miserable despite the project performance being well within the baseline. The option, start managing project as you gain more insight into the day-to-day responsibilities, wouldn't heading the main problem, and the option, improve project schedule and cost control measure so that SPI and CPI reach above 1.5, has no valid justification. You are the project manager of a project to solve customer service problems in your company's call center. During the execution phase, several quality defects have been discovered, causing customer concern. You would like to create a chart showing the frequency of problems and the causes that have the largest number of defects. Which tool shows defects by volume from greatest to least? A. Pareto chart. B. Matrix diagrams. C. Flowchart. D. Ishikawa diagram. The answer is A. Keyword, greatest to least. A Pareto chart is a particular form of histogram that ranks causes or issues by their overall influence. A Pareto chart assists in prioritizing corrective actions as the issues with the greatest impact are displayed orderly. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you always get the latest updated exam questions. For special exam requests, please send us an email. Thank you for watching.